Okay, I'm gonna ask it. Are they using Ripple? Are they is the bank? Are they using Ripple or XRP? Are they already using it? Are they about to? What's going on?
We gotta plead the fifth.
Look, he over there thinking like I had to look. We got to get straight up ask it. I'm sorry. What's good, BlockNation? I'm Queen.
I'm D.
And I'm Maverick. Yes, welcome to BlockNation. Head on over. If you want some merch, go to shopblocknation.com. We have some merch. We have flip-flops, hoodies, t-shirts, everything for your BlockNation needs. Also, make sure you opt into our text. Text BlockNation to 26786. That's BlockNation to 26786. So let's get into it. Ash, who do we have on the show today?
So that's a mystery, but we I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you. So we got from one of the top 4 banks that we have in America. We have an insider that works inside. It's probably the person most people don't like, but I'm not even gonna specify. But yeah, we just know we got an insider special guest. They don't want to be name out there, nothing. It's confidential.
Anonymous.
Very anonymous.
Very anonymous.
But just know that this is an honor and a privilege, and we really thank you for coming on. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I guess we'll get right into it. So this is episode 7, actually. So this episode is gonna be about what the banks are really doing. Because I think a lot of people don't understand what the banks are really. The banks been lying. I done went in the bank and asked them, do y'all know what's going on with crypto? Why y'all keep declining my card on Uphold? And a lot of them don't know a lick about crypto. So, but we gonna let's just go ahead and clear the air, because we about to they know what's going on.
pretty much, because you already know a couple episodes ago, 901 told you, all your banks are in, but they may not know if you walk in and like ask them, oh, what you know about crypto, what you know about, digital assets. They may look at you like with the blank face, like, oh, we don't do that. But now that we have a specialist telling you the inside track of what's going on one of the big 4 banks in America. All right?
For sure.
This is going to be juicy. I'm ready.
yeah, this is about to be good. So y'all go ahead and get your popcorn. Go ahead and pause the video real quick if you need to go get some popcorn, something to drink, because it's about to be good. We're going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, bro, is what is your bank doing to prepare for blockchain?
That's a great question. First of all, thank you guys for having us on. Obviously, the world is about to change with crypto. It's the biggest financial wealth, technology wealth. There's a lot of things that's going on, and so everything. The reason you're seeing a lot of slow movement, because it's a lot of technical things that's going on. The world is still trying to establish clear and comprehensive regulations for cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. So you're going to see the industry mature. And so as we get more regulatory clarity and stability, you're going to see, banks and other financial institutions, integrate more and, and start releasing and including customers more and businesses more. So that's kind of where we're at. The banks want to make sure that they get it right, and they protect themselves, and they protect their clients, and they protect the customers. All of that stuff is at the forefront.
How long has this transition been taking place? I'm curious, like, how long have y'all known like this was gonna come?
Believe it or not, it's something that we've known about for a long time. The problem is that the way cryptocurrency was looked at in the past, it was more so like a black market type thing. Biggest problem was tracking funds and where they were coming from, and understanding and making sure it didn't have anything to do with nefarious groups or anything like that. So we've known about it forever. It's just that it was one of those things that we did not want to touch because we couldn't track for money laundering and all other different type of things that the bank don't want to be associated with. In terms of putting things in place to start to really see if that was a business model, I would say maybe around 2017, they started putting things down in terms of the technology, the terminology, understanding how blockchain work. So it would probably, I would say, around 2017. And then 2018, 2019, 20, started getting a little bit more serious about it. And now things are really just kind of taking off as we're starting to get more clarity. The future is looking bright for cryptocurrency and being able to, provide those services to the clients and to the rest of the world. The great thing about it is that the way our company is set up is perfect for cross-border transactions, already set up for that type of stuff. Ready to rock and roll with it. We'll probably just roll right into it seamlessly. Probably the biggest challenge that I would see is maybe the customer service part, just educating the customers on what it is and how the blockchain works, how cryptocurrency works, how digital currency works. Also looking at it from a financial services standpoint. Uh, what type of services are we going to provide to customers in terms of lending, borrowing, trading, without those intermediary services that we were using before? Because it's the blockchain, and you now have custody of your own finances, and so you don't necessarily have that third party involved. So from a technical standpoint, there's a lot of different things to consider that most people just are not going to think about.
So
Right.
are they pretty much trying to figure out how they can still be involved so that they don't get, I guess, pretty much like, X'd out of the equation, or what about that part of it? Because a lot of crypto, is decentralized.
Of course, but the way we look at things is that we still have to stay relevant and offer service to customers, and we're in a great position to do that. Yes, of course, the banks don't want to totally remove themselves. They've been a part of this process forever. With the changing of times, the changing of technology, we understand that. And the great thing about it is that we're looking at it from a standpoint of growing into the future and where this is going to go. This is not something. This is the way we're going to operate for the next couple of 100 years, probably. We want to continue to stay a main part of that.
You know what a key thing that he said, you guys, that a lot of people who are watching should chime in on and really think about. When you think about the education half, that is the most key thing, because understanding how it works, what it is, how it's going to become a part of your everyday life, that is the most important part of all this, because it's so technical and a lot of people who already been in it, it's second nature to us, but to the average Joe Schmo that has a bank account, understands the banking system, and everything's changing over, you got to think about how their, concept of this whole thing in their minds comes about. So when you're talking about education, there's going to be so many educational jobs just in this sector alone that everybody should pay attention to. It's a massive, massive opportunity just in education alone in this whole space. So I think everybody at home watching needs to remember that, because if you're in education, the old system is done. Like, the new wave is here, and you got to start thinking how to implement your, education process, as far as like whether it be you're a teacher or a professor or entrepreneur. I think education is key for any financial service, to be honest.
Yep.
So that's very huge right there.
Yep, that's fact. So another question I had was, how long do you think it would be before your everyday retailer actually starts experiencing all of these changes that's taking place on the back end?
I would say it's still maybe 6 to 12 months. And here's why. A lot of companies from a technology standpoint just are not up to speed yet. We are, but the companies are not, right? And so getting their payment systems and getting everything on their end squared away where they can do business is going to be the challenge. But in terms of us interacting with companies, that'll be fine. But it's just a matter of the regular businesses being able to transition. That's the challenge.
Is it also like the equipment too, or is it just a system thing?
It's system updates, it's new computers. Believe it or not, some things have already been rolled out and are in stores now. They just haven't flipped the switch on. Believe it or not, it's actually right in front of you too.
Are you able to disclose which places, or?
No, I don't want to put any businesses, anything out there. But if you
Keep your eyes peeled. That's what you're saying, y'all.
Does everybody that like works at these institutions and banks know about the change, or is it like a tier system? Like these guys know, these guys knows, but maybe these guys don't really know, but they're being trained in a certain field. So like, does everybody know, or is it just like a certain section knows?
No, not everyone would know because again, the position that the banks have looked at, crypto, it's always been like, stay away, stay away. So no, not all employees know about it. Things are getting ready to change. And so those departments they're gonna have to be brought in and given basic training on terminologies and stuff like that. That's underway right now as we speak.
So how do you think they'll do that? Do you think one day everybody just walk into work and they'll have like these mandatory trainings, or you think something catastrophic is going to happen, or like how do you think that they'll transition?
We do a lot of trainings, believe it or not. I would say, I wish I can give you numbers on it, but believe it or not, the banks do a lot of training and we're always prepared for everything. In terms of it having a major catastrophic event to happen for us to make this transition to digital currency, we don't necessarily need a black swan event or anything like that, because like I said, this is something that we've been preparing for. The banks are totally prepared for it. And really we can do it without, again, a catastrophic event happening. Just tell everyone what it is. People are smart enough, they'll pick it up, and we can really make a seamless a seamless transition with everything.
So will it be one of those transitions where people won't realize that it happened, or is the customer going to realize like are they going to wake up one morning and their banking app is going to look completely different?
No, it'll look the same.
They'll be using crypto and they won't even know it.
Even know it because to them everything will be a dollar to dollar value.
Even with how the Fed Now app is rolling out, is that something that's going to be on the consumer side or business to business? Like, how's that actually going to roll out?
Many banks that have already agreed to work with the Fed Now service. So whenever they do their transaction, it's just going to run through the Fed Now system. And again, it's not going to slow up anything because it's the blockchain. So it will operate smoothly until something happens where they say, okay, well, let's slow this part down, because they can speed things up or slow it down however they want to.
Gotcha.
I'm glad he brought up Fed Now, because now that things are gonna be, I know maybe not right now while we're talking, but maybe the next couple months, people will be able to go in and deposit a check, and that check will automatically go to their account instantly. So I got a question. The people
we get to the nitty gritty. Are we getting to the nitty gritty? Come on.
Yeah,
I was hoping.
I'm asking for the scammers, the people that scam the bank. Will they still have a future in this new system? Because some of them seem to think that they still have a future, and I just want a banker to answer that question. Will they or will they not have a future in this new system that's incoming with blockchain and the instant payments with Fed Now and everything that's coming?
It's going to be very tough because the way the technology is set up, you're just not going to be able to circumvent that technology. So it's going to be very difficult if you're doing nefarious acts or anything like that. It wouldn't be smart to do that, because now it makes it even easier for us to track, trace, find, investigate, find things. It makes it even easier, to be honest with you. So if you're going down, I would say don't do that. That would not be smart. They want to have people inclusive. They want everyone to have banking. But obviously, if you're doing something that you're not supposed to do, the bank will not have that whatsoever. They will not have that negative image. They will not have that negative relationship. That is very, very important. But I can tell you one thing The banks they're about 20 steps ahead on things. Everything you think you might have thought of, the banks have already thought of plan A, B, C, and D to cut you off.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I just was asking because it was a viral video going around of a guy that made a song giving people the blueprint on scamming, and that got my wheels turning. Like, in this new system, are they gonna be able? Yeah, like I know how they're getting away with it now because right now when you deposit a check or whatever, or you do a wire, it takes a couple days before it settles into the account. So that's how they're able to get in and get out. As long as they do it before the bank catches it. But I'm like, the new system's gonna be moving a lot faster. Are they gonna be able to do this? So that's why I asked that question. So
unless they got a quantum computer.
Exactly. And so exactly, that's the key, because now you have AI that kicks in, that catches a lot of stuff before the human eye would, and then the human eye comes in and reviews it and back it up and say, okay, yeah, this is what we have. So that's why I say it's really just going to make it a lot more difficult to try to circumvent this.
I have a very, very, very detailed question, or just cut to the chase question. You mentioned banking the unbanked. That's one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You also mentioned cross-border payments earlier.
Yep.
We know what companies deal with banking the unbanked and cross-border payments. There's two in particular. One is Ripple, the other is Stellar. What can you tell us in correlation with the banks, because you work for one of the big four, with those two companies, if not one of them?
Okay, I'm gonna ask it. Are they using is the bank, are they using Ripple or XRP? Are they already using it? Are they about to? What's going on?
We gotta plead the fifth.
Look, he over there thinking like I had to look. We got to get straight up ask it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I cannot answer that for you. They have these easily and are well in position for cross-border payments and banking the unbanked, people that hasn't had a bank account.
Are we looking in a good direction overall?
We're looking at great direction. Believe it or not, the banks are excited about this of this new financial system. They are. They are excited.
Well, I guess they know they're about to make so much money in the process. They're like, all right. There's a lot of confusion when it comes to the new system and who's on board, and is the old guard on board with the new way of doing things and everything like that. So that's why had to ask, because those are two projects that are polarizing. Ripple being number one polarizing in the whole entire space, and we know what they deal with. We know that they're dealing with so many banks globally. So what's on the horizon for 2023 and beyond? Like, what can we see in the immediate and in the long term?
Immediately, you're going to see more companies start to talk about it. You're going to see more people get more educated about it. And because you're going to have bank representatives talking to them about it. Long term, like I said, this is the way things is going to be. The change is going to happen, and it's going to happen within the next 6 to 12 months easily. But this is the wave, and this is the new technology. It is here to stay. It's not going anywhere, and the banks are excited about it.
You guys,
he said that a couple times, guys, about the banks being excited. I just want y'all to know that.
Yes, this is financial advice, but well, first of all, there is no but. This is not financial advice ever.
No.
All I'm saying, you guys, for everybody who's home watching, understand and overstand what he is saying. He's just giving you the information. He's not saying go out and buy crypto, do your own research. Don't take any of this as financial advice, but just listen to what he said. The banks are excited. They are excited. So that means I'm excited. That means BlockNation is excited. Oh, y'all should be excited if you are in the space already. If you're not, do your own research. But the writing's on the wall. I know what I'm doing after this show. I'm loading up even more. That's what I'm
it's
doing.
pretty bullish. That's a bullish
It's
sign.
so bullish. Like, there's no way.
You said something about 6 to 12 months.
Is this happening tomorrow or not? That's what you want to know.
No, I just want to know if it was. I just want to know if that was a conservative timeline. That's all. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, that is a conservative timeline. It's not going to happen more quicker than that, right? Simply because of the technology transition with customers and getting them up to speed with everything. That's what's holding things up, right? This is some serious technology that's going on. You got a lot of AI stuff going on, and they want to get it right. So that's why it's not moving as fast as you want it to move, but we're going to get there.
Here's the thing, you guys, and listen, I'm listening to what he's saying. Understand, he said 6 to 12 months, okay? What do you know is happening within the next 12 months? I'll wait.
Am I answering, me and D?
Yes.
You talking about the Bitcoin halving?
That's one thing. And then another thing is we're going into, there you go.
Exactly.
There you go.
So the banks are aligning themselves with these events, you guys. So all this stuff that is happening, the banks aren't dumb. They're very smart. They have research and development teams. They have billions of dollars. They have resources that you can't even imagine. So strategically, they are lining up for these events. They know how the Bitcoin halving works and other halvings and whatnot. We're going into a bull run, 2024, 2025, election times around the same time. It is going to be crazy.
About to get crazy. So I got a question. Since we are going into those times, will we be able to custody our crypto within these institutions?
Oh, that's a great question. Definitely, that is something in the works. They're developing plans and goals for that because they want your business. The banks want your business. So yes, you best believe that they're making that a high priority.
It's a high priority. I pay attention to word tracking. I'm very good at that. Reading, listening. I pay attention to word tracking. High priority. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
So,
let's get it.
Another question too. Two questions. One, how do the banks feel about CBDCs? And two, how do they feel about exchanges, centralized exchanges?
You have several countries that are exploring the idea of having their own CBDC. So we have to work with that, and which is, again, that's going to be easy. That's going to be an easy transition for us to work with that. You know, every country wants to have their own digital version of their fiat currency. The way the banks are set up, they will be able to handle those CBDCs without any problem. I'm pretty positive that we're just not going to be able to avoid the CBDCs. I just don't see that happen. Every country still wants to have their currency. They still want to have it. That's not going to go away, I don't think. But I mean, anything could possibly happen, but the banks are again in position to handle those CBDCs.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Me thinking about that whole meeting that they're having on the 22nd of August. Why would they? I know why they would tell us certain things because they have to, but why would they just like, okay, the 22nd, that's the day we're gonna do it? I think something would have to lead up into that weekend, right? Something would have to transpire. Like, I feel like some type of rollout, some nefarious rollout is gonna happen. Something that it's unaccounted for. That's just my personal opinion. Just like we said, just like actually he was talking about Stellar or whatever is going to hit, the number is going to hit, something would have to happen in order for that to be a need.
Like, so how do you feel about cyber attacks on the banking system? Because some people think we'll have this blackout event where they, tamper with the power grid, and we'll have a blackout.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and if that happens, I'm one of those people that I truly believe that wouldn't happen, but no more than, I say, between 3 to 10 business days, or 3 to 10 days, period. Are the banks prepared for a cyber attack like that could, shut down the banking system?
Yes, the banks are always, again, training for that situation. It's something that they are well aware of. They're totally prepared for events like that and have operations for cyber attacks.
So there's contingencies in place for that.
We have multiple contingencies.
Man, this is super insightful, y'all.
Yeah, listen.
This is really good, guys. This is really, and I say this all the time, like in the words of Coach JV, this is the greatest time in human history. It really is. The banks are excited. Your money is excited. They hold your money. Like, you should be excited. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not holding the assets and stuff, and you're not, in the know about blockchain and crypto, then of course you wouldn't be excited. But this is exciting. I would get involved. Not financial advice, but at least do some research.
Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. You know what I mean? Because this is like inside intel. This is exclusive right here.
Do you feel like CBDCs are going to enslave people? Like, do you think that that's going to be, or how do you feel about, matter of fact, how do you feel about universal basic income?
That is something that we, as a banking system, we don't have any control over. So we're not, I cannot give you a great answer on that, because that's just something that the banks are not in control of.
How you feel about UBI though? Like, do you think that America's gonna adopt that in the near future? Like, just your personal opinion.
I would say yes. And the reason I would say yes is because unfortunately they still want to have maintain some type of control over certain things. And that UBI allows them to be able to do that.
Listen, we've been telling y'all that this is a thing. So listen, go through our whole archive, watch every single video up until this point, and make sure you put yourself on. Do the research. Like my crew was saying, do the research. That's all you gotta do.
Now, I did want to add one last thing with that though, but it's not entirely as bad as you think it is though, because it still have basic services for individuals, for people who need it. So it's not all entirely bad. Yes, things could go bad, but that's not the intention of it, And so things could change with the direction of it because it's their rules.
And so you're saying that it could be a good thing for people who actually need this service to clean up maybe like streets, or maybe to like get people back on their feet. I can see that.
Not an entirely bad thing. It's supposed to be helpful.
I think, to be honest, it's a double-edged sword, only because you're putting money in certain hands that may or may not know how to use it, and you're talking about financial security at a certain degree to where people feel like either A, they don't have to work, or B, they are using those funds for, illegal activities, other kind of stuff, to where, and then other people may feel some type of way because the taxpayers may feel like, oh, well, if you don't have to work and I'm paying for it, then you're off of my dime, and that can cause like some type of civil war type of thing. So I don't know. It's a double-edged sword for sure.
I think at the end of the day, from the perspective that we look at it, I don't think they want the UBI to play a major role in things like that. But we'll see.
No, for sure. So how do you feel about the quantum financial system? Like, how do you feel about the future of that? Do you think that that's happening anytime soon, or you think we got some time before we see quantum, or how you feel about that?
Because they've been giving us hints through the movies and everything. Quantum computers, quantum this, med beds. So
yeah, you keep hearing the word. So that's why I'm like, how do you feel about that? The future of the quantum financial system, is that near or far?
I could not give you a definitive answer on that because it is a technology that no one necessarily has control over. And what I mean by that is that it's a technology basically beyond what we can defend against. And so that's a tough question to answer. It could be here now. That's a very deep and technical question that I don't think anyone can answer.
Ooh.
Yeah, because change the whole landscape of the whole financial system.
It will change absolutely everything. You're talking going from horse and buggy to Star Trek.
Yeah,
Exactly. Jeez.
Jesus, good Lord.
There's been things going on in the background that we've, been seeing that have some indications of it being on to a degree right now. So I kind of agree with you.
No, for sure. I was just curious. But yeah, oh my goodness, this was good. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
This was good. We hope y'all enjoyed this. Yeah, it was definitely an eye opener. Because I know a lot of people have questions regarding how this is going to like transition into the banks, like how, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people ask me all the time when I do consultations, like, okay, how does this affect my bank? How, you know what I'm saying? How does crypto play a role in all of this? Like, so I'm just glad that you were able to and agreed to come on here and just kind of clear that up and kind of answer. I feel like a lot of questions, a lot of people that are going to watch this have. So this was great. This was needed. This was definitely needed.
Guys, subscribe to the channel, share the video, like, comment, give us some feedback. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it going. Yeah. This was fire.
It's been amazing for sure. You know, we drop bombs, y'all. You know, BlockNation, we drop bombs.
Absolutely.
You know, for sure. So yeah, for sure. Like D said, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Make sure you go to shopblocknation.com to get the merch. Make sure you join the Telegram at Real BlockNation. I'm sorry, at Real BlockNation. What is it? What is the Telegram? Real BlockNation, no spaces. I'm sorry. Real BlockNation, no spaces. Make sure you get in the Telegram, okay? Make sure you text BlockNation to 26786. And we'll keep the heat coming. You'll get notifications anytime we go live. We post videos on YouTube. And yeah, until next time, guys, we'll see y'all.
Right.
All right.